Hi everyone! I'm back, newly graduated and trying to find a job. I feel dead inside! This summer, Fridgestuck is going to have an interesting take. Instead of the usual one character or concept a month, the next 3 episodes are going to focus on the Dancestors, with 4 trolls per episode. But since this is the first of the Summer of Dancestors videos, I think we should define what a Dancestor is for the sake of the series. The term Dancestor was first coined by poor Merriam to refer to a troll's ancestor on one side of a scratched session, turning into their descendant on the other side, and vice versa. At least from their perspective. Truth be told, as of now, it is not confirmed which set of trolls were the originals or the offspring, since it involves that can of worms known as ectobiology, and with no parallels between the human and the troll game sessions for comparison. So Dancestors is a simpler term for the 12 extra trolls that just showed up in the dream bubbles, were described mainly through info dump, and have no bearing on the plot whatsoever. Or do they? Let's jump in for a quick look at oft-forgotten facts, starting with our warm-blooded trolls. Damara Megiddo is named after the Damara, a breed of domestic sheep native to Eastern Asia and Egypt. Her name was originally suggested by Beelzebubble for her Dancestor Aradia. Furthermore, while Damara also shares her name with a Celtic fertility goddess, the name could also be a play on the Japanese words Damara or Damare, which both translate as rude commands to shut up, alluding to her often vulgar language, albeit in poorly translated fake troll Japanese. Strangely, on the rare occasion she does speak with the human kids, she speaks in broken English and acts very polite. No one really knows whether she's simply deceiving the kids, or, due to having no beef with humans, is completely disinterested in creating enemies with them. And boy, the Witch of Time is keen to deal with adversaries. The once kind troll was driven just crazy enough to willingly paralyze her ex, possibly kill Horace Zahak, and definitely kill Mina Paces for teasing her so much. Damara killing Mina draws a few parallels to Aradia killing Vriska. In both cases, a Megiddo, who is also a time player, was bullied in some way by a thief player, and then became violent after the start of the game, both ending with the murdered thief ascending to god tier. An interesting subject revisited from the Aradia episode, Damara's talk sprite doesn't display pointed teeth. It was once believed online that the Megiddo family's teeth were connected to their Aries sign, and grass-eating sheep, which their horns are based on. But the additional information supplied from Hiveswap proves that this is not the case. Skip to the time on screen if you want to avoid seeing character designs for Hiveswapped Act 2 and beyond. Almost all the character designs for the burgundy-blooded trolls, such as Good Cinnamon Roll's Zephyros Trito, are confirmed to display flat, human-like teeth. This could be connected to their being more peaceful and subservient to trolls higher up in the hemo spectrum, since Rustbloods seem to be commonly chosen as butlers, servants, and maids. Also, a final random fact that needs a bit more research to it: where did Gamzee get his time machines in this scene with Jane? Chances are they were a gift from Damara, one of the few Dancestors who actually wants to serve Lord English. Still eager to get revenge on her friends, none of her dream bubble selves even show up to the battle against English in Soundpage Collide. I wonder if she's even fully aware of her alternate self's plight. Rufioh Nitram's name is a reference to Rufioh, Rufioh! From the movie Hook. Rufioh without the H was a young man with red-dyed hair in charge of the Lost Boys of Neverland, and was played by Dante Bosco. Because of this, Rufioh talks similarly to how Dante Bosco writes on Tumblr. However, the number 1 that replaces the letter I is a callback to Rufio's Dancestor, Tavros, as Homestuck's creator Andrew Hussey said that if Tavros was more confident, he would type with a 1. This connects the Nitrams to their part of the Troll Sessions genetic code fragment, T1CK. Tick. In Soundpage Mini-Strife, Damara and Rufioh are seen cosplaying as a couple, dressed as Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon from the anime manga series Sailor Moon. Duh. This references not only that they were part of the Lost Weeaboos, referencing the Lost Boys from Peter Pan, and the anime weeaboo subculture, but that the two were also in a past relationship. Keyword past. As mentioned earlier, Damara snapped when Rufioh dumped her for Horace Sahak, causing her to paralyze Rufioh from the neck down. When asked about how he got his normal body back, Rufioh mentions that it involved Horace kissing his head back to life, probably while standing on some mountain. Rufio's revival by means of a kiss from Horace is a clear reference to Jake English, another page reviving Dirk Strider's dream self by kissing his severed head, and possibly foreshadowing future relationship problems between them. Speaking of kissing, Rufioh mentions that he was almost kissed by an orange guy, aka Andrew Hussey. This is a callback to a previous scene in Act 5, spoofing Rufio's death in Hook, where Andrew Hussey, dressed as Pupa Pan, unsuccessfully attempted to restore Rufioh to life by kissing him. It seems Hussey tried to repeat this action while in the dream bubbles. Rufioh saying the word doll may be a reference to Pupa Pan, as doll translates to pupa in the Maltese language. Dante Bosco also uses doll in his general vocabulary on Tumblr. And wrapping up this section, as a combination, Rufio's hair, bull zodiac sign, and mutant wings could be seen as a reference to the energy drink Red Bull, as its slogan is, "Red Bull gives you wings. #not sponsored." Mituna's name was suggested by Archamic, originally for his Dancestor Solix. It's a shortening of the word Mituna, the Sanskrit Hindi name for the Gemini constellation. The name Mituna also sounds similar to the word Mizuna, which is a plant in the mustard family, which could link to the fact that Mituna is a yellow, aka mustard-blooded troll. While typing, Mituna replaces most of his vowels and a few of his consonants with numbers, referencing leet speak. He also tends to misspell things, making his writing even more difficult to read. According to the Homestuck Wiki, Mituna's behavior may have been influenced by stereotypical users of the popular image board website 4chan. This is assumed because the background and checkbox present in Mituna's speech bubbles are in the Yotsuba B style, found on the website's WorkSafe boards. Mituna may also be a shout-out to the large devoted section of Homestuck's fanbase that was hosted on 4chan's co-board back in the day. Mituna is the Dancestor with the longest-running red relationship, as he's confirmed by Arania Circuit to be in a happy mateship with Terezi Pyrope's Dancestor, Latula, for eons. And counting. Similar to his post-scratch self, Mituna overexerted his psychic talents in order to save something or someone. Mituna was supposedly successful in his attempt, but at great physical and possibly mental cost. Arania says that Mituna's Moirail, Kurlos Makara, was the only witness to the incident that incapacitated him. Cronus Ampera even mentioning rumors that Mituna is only lucid and coherent when talking to Kurlos, possibly due to his chuckle voodoos. However, it is in my humble opinion that this may hint to Mituna possibly being controlled by this clown prince. That, hypothetically, Mituna may have witnessed and confronted Kurlos, who was attempting to sabotage the group in some way, leading with the psionic, controlled and made compliant by the high blood. Speaking of psionic, Mituna's helmet may be a reference to his post-scratched self's alternate alias, the Helmsman. However, his simple helmet may be a reference to several properties. The internet claims his design could be based on the character 9V from WarioWare, the Masked Man from Mother 3, or even the character Jimmy from the comic Mauritania, who wears a helmet much like Mituna's, with Gemini signs on the side. But the most likely reference for his helmet would have to be Mega Man from the appropriately named Mega Man series. In the third installment of Openbound, Mituna is jokingly described by Hussey as Mega Man's Solix. This mirrors the fact that the future creator of Undertale, Toby Fox, said that he used Mega Man's soundtrack pieces to compose both of Solix's themes, The Last Frontier and The Blind Prophet. Lastly, much like Solix, Mituna possessed both Prospitten and Dursite dream selves, as seen in the Mini-Strife flash page. Mituna being first seen skateboarding across a half Prospitten, half Dursite bridge may be a reference to this fact. Kankri Vantas's name was originally suggested by Titulus, as a suggestion for his Dancestor Karkat. The Latin word Kankri, with a C, is the plural form of Cancer, used in the star names of the Cancer constellation. Kankri is also the root word for words such as cancriform, which means resembling a crab or cancer. It could also allude to Karkat being crabby, since Kankri sounds similar to cranky. When it comes to his typing quirk, replacing B and O respectfully with 6 and 9 not only references Kankri's aspect, since B and O are both blood types, it also connects him to his Dancestor Karkat's Cancer symbol, Kankri being the only troll without a sign, because of his red blood mutation. Wait, Pfefferi's supposedly utopian rule still singled him out? Dang. Kankri being fairly naive, openly rebellious, and spouting social justice tirades is considered to be a parody of the habits of certain bloggers on the popular social media site Tumblr, especially with his jumping into other people's battles without their permission and his obsession with trigger words. One of Kankri's triggers is people touching him. His preachy, long, and jargon-filled speeches earned him the nickname the Insufferable among his friends. In personality, Kankri is often seen to be the opposite of Karkat. While Karkat is constantly angry, shouting, and has low self-esteem, Kankri is usually calm, peaceful, and has a high sense of self-importance. But Karkat is able to befriend everyone out of a genuine care for them, while Kankri treats his friends poorly, pushing his own agendas forward, but unwilling to put any stock into theirs. Not to say that there isn't some friendship there, I mean, they still keep him around. And as the Signless, Kankri not only tapped into his blood powers, making him the only Alternian to remember before us, he also gained the maturity to incite the change he so desperately wanted to create. Kankri is also the only troll who is celibate, i.e. someone who chooses not to have sex, or be married, or not have sex until they're married. Sometimes for religious reasons. Not that I would know. But that doesn't mean permanently, as I'm pretty sure if Latula was on the market again, Kankri would be putting on his best pair of tall pants and asking her out to the movies. It's been revealed that Kankri wears his pants hiked up to his chest. As shown in the mini-strife, they bear a resemblance to the Sufferer's pants. Both Kankri and the Sufferer's pants are a reference to the Pants Cat meme, originating from a panel showing Karkat in the background, where his shirt and pants are blended together, appearing as though he's wearing one ridiculously high pair of pants. And the memers rejoiced. The red sweater he wears was knitted by Porm in an attempt to stop looking at his pants, and also because Kankri looked pitifully cold. Daw. Wait a second. The sprite sleeves. They have black marks around the wrists. No. 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 Thank you guys so much for watching this part 1 episode for the Dancestors. I hope you enjoyed. Is there a fact that I missed? Do you have a suggestion for an episode? Leave it down in the comments below, and it might end up on the show someday. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
Mabel's not here. She's in Sweater Town.